Under pressure.
Ooh, fascinating. Oh shit! I gotta bring up the damn. What is up? In case anybody's here, is the Machine Room Podcast. Me, Hammer Venus, we're up in this piece. How you been?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Here, ready. You know, it's the middle of the week. This is when the party starts. Hump Day, Machine Room Podcast.
Mike.
Just trying to get this thing going over here. You seen us live?
I'm not even checking. I'm still like in nap mode. Yeah, I see it.
All right, I'm just making sure.
I look like I'm
there.
I'm very serious.
That intense face that is frozen on. I realized in the beginning this thing like is very choppy at first.
Yeah, it's really shitty at first until it like evens out.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully that gets situated.
My face looks like a big thumb with a wig on it.
It's still just frozen for me.
Yeah, mine too. Whatever.
I think the Twitch do an update or something. Things seem different.
Yeah, it looks very different. Like they made everything like see-through or something. It's weird. It's weird and I don't like it. But I do like it. I'm torn.
I don't know if it's... I'm still frozen on my thing.
It's fine. No one's in there.
I mean, there's 6 people right here. So welcome to the Machine Room Podcast. I don't know if we're moving or not. We are frozen, apparently. Just let us know in the chat. Yeah, go ahead, check it. Let us know.
Froze. Sing songs from Frozen.
All I know is Let It Go.
I don't know any of the songs. I never saw the movie.
And there you go. There you go. I guess we are working. Also, the video of the snowman that Ryan Reynolds kind of called out in Deadpool 2 that it actually sounds like some other song.
Yeah. Sounds like Father Can You Hear Me from Lentil.
So they totally biting. Anyways, Machine Room Podcast, how we doing? Please, if you're in the chat room, go ahead and talk with us. We're here. Once again, I'm Nostradamus, and this is my lovely friend, Hammer of Venus. And also, once again this week, we are joined by the lovely Rocio.
Hello.
Or should we give you a code name as well?
Hola.
I don't need a code name.
All right, she don't need a code name. She
also for people that listen later on the podcast, you know, we do this live on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Machine Room Podcast. If you want to listen later on the audio version, we are on Google, Apple Podcast, and Spotify.
Okay, this app is...
That's right. That's where the real party is at. Not listening to it afterwards. The real party is actually joining the show and being a part of it.
Yes.
Because that's where we peak.
If you're not here, then you're square or something like that.
Exactly. If you're not here, you are a square. DPlayer01 is the first person to chat in the chat room. So where you guys at? He's here.
Where the party at?
It's always here. It's always gonna be here.
It's right here. He says lag, it's frozen.
It's frozen?
Yeah, because we're on your whack ass internet.
Shouldn't be. It said 16 minutes ago. This thing is always happening to me. I don't know why. They could hear us though, right?
I guess.
Legendary.
They can hear me through your
says,
computer.
No, we're not. That's you. We're not frozen?
Oh, it's frozen. It's laggy. Like
it's laggy, but you know, whatever. It'll pick up eventually. For sure, it'll pick up eventually. So
I said fixing it, and they said, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not. I thought you meant like, no, we're not lagging.
Oh, I meant no, you're not fixing it because I saw you do nothing
I
whatsoever.
clicked on the thing. Look,
you click things, but you didn't.
The
actually
program
do
says that. The program says that it's something happened, and it was like 16 minutes ago. Then I just clicked that and got out of the way. That's the best I could do. What else do you want me to do? You know,
Just make sure you don't have anything else running, like Google Chrome or nothing like that.
You know what? It's probably the Xbox.
The Xbox is off.
It's on instant on because I had it downloading like 2 games while I was at work.
That's why.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and try to turn that off, and then maybe things will go.
You know, it's actually smooth.
Yeah. Well.
Oh no!
No.
Lied.
Oh,
No,
there you
no,
go.
that was me lying.
Oh, you know, it's as long as you guys can hear us, we're good. Don't worry, it'll get fixed. Just stay with us. Keep being a part of the show. DPlayer01 is asking me if I watch AEW, which is All Elite Wrestling. I was at work, and it was nothing but raining today, so no, I did not, because I don't get to have that kind of life, sadly.
Turn it off.
Hashtag nap life.
That's what I wish I was doing, napping.
It was amazing. Naps are better than sex because they last longer.
Not wrong.
Oh, you agree with this? Energy saving. Turn off.
Turn all that shit off.
Oh shit, there's an echo from Rachel's part. See? Things are never going as planned. Oh, now I know why there's an echo. Alright.
So you should have came in with all of that fixed.
I came
With
in
your-
with like 20
Your diver
minutes,
clothes.
20 minutes to set up. I did the best I could, but I think we're good now.
Good.
We got the ball going. Anyways, once again, it's like I don't know how many minutes into this, and I'm gonna say welcome to the Machine Room Podcast. This is how it is, you know.
It's real.
It's real shit here. This is totally on the spot, unedited, unfiltered, unplugged.
Unadulterated.
Unadulterated.
Is that a word?
Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
You don't know what that means, but like
Google
I said,
it.
we are also joined by the lovely.
Ooh, don't put me on.
What?
that. No.
Too late. Rocio.
No.
How you doing?
I'm
Say
not-
hi.
It's not even transitioned yet. So, oh my god!
What happened?
Why?
What? Ooh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Abusive relationship. Here.
All right. So tell your story.
I
So
stabbed
abusive.
myself with a giant needle, like the biggest needles we have at our hospital. So I had to go to urgent care because all my fingers turned purple, and I thought I was gonna lose my hand.
Oh my god.
And this whole time I was hysterically crying in front of the manager, who I absolutely hate, and I quit mostly because of him. So this better not go live.
We live right now. This is it.
That was a joke.
They surely won't be watching this.
Nah.
I'm sure, 100%.
Surely.
Nah, he's in a different environment, should I say.
So, inquiring minds want to know, how did it happen?
Oh, we were giving this cat sub-Q fluids, which just means we were giving it fluids kind of on its back. There's a lot of extra skin there. And it's just to, get it a little bit nourished and stuff like that. And my coworker added this medication into the line. Usually we give this medication straight into the body, so it works really quickly and they don't react as much. But medication stings a lot, so they react a lot. So he gave it through the line and then was feeding it very slowly. Then the cat started freaking out. We did have a leash on it, not on its neck, but like on its body part. So it started freaking out and trying to bite me. So I let go of her and I go for the leash. And the second that I go, it's because it was with my right hand. The needle came out of the cat and went right into me because I just pushed my hand forward. And then there was blood everywhere for like a good maybe 3 minutes. So what the doctor said is that I very likely punctured my vein in my hand. I can't tell if you can actually tell in this.
Jesus
But
Christ.
that is all purple and bruised. I couldn't move it for a while. It still hurts. I'm crippled. It's hard to
Jesus.
wipe my own ass. I'm being honest. This is the honest circle.
It is the honest circle, but you can always go to those car washes that have the undercarriage wash and just stand over it
Jesus, no.
like a huge bidet.
No. I should get a bidet, though.
You should get a bidet.
I hear they're life-changing.
Everybody should have a bidet. Why does this country not have bidets?
I don't know.
A bidet every day.
Every day.
I think it's like only like a $30 thing you can get on Amazon and just connect it to your toilet, and that's it.
That's true. That's up. And then you'll have a clean hiney.
So is a bidet like the thing that just shoots?
It just shoots water up
Yep.
there. It doesn't make you gay. It does not make you gay, believe it or not. Everyone keeps
Yeah, it just makes you
saying
clean.
that. It makes you have the cleanest butthole in the world.
Exactly.
Okay, but Rachel, what about the 3 shells? How does that work?
What 3 shells?
The 3 seashells.
One of the things that I saw online where you're supposed to use 2 of them and just kind of like scoop the poop out.
Ew.
I don't know. And then you throw them away. But I didn't think that to be true. I thought there were more like buttons for a bidet. But that's just me. It's one of those world mystery kind of things.
Who uses that?
I don't know. But in the movie Demolition Man, there was these things and it was just three shells.
There's 3 seashells.
Seats, like something, whatever. And he was like, how's that work? And they never really explained it in that movie how the 3 shells work.
They never explained anything about it.
Yeah. So to this day, we want to know how the 3 shells work. Like, how do they get their butts clean with that?
Wow, no, that's just weird.
If you Google it online, and like if you do like a Google Photos image search, there's a diagram, and it's really gross. And it shows somebody like scooping poop with 2 of the seashells, and then the last one you're supposed to do like a final cleanup, and then that was it. I was like, I don't think that would really work.
So it breaks it down, really?
I think you'd be an itchy ass person all day long.
What if it was just decoration?
That's true.
I mean,
But no.
you know, there's people who do that in their house where they just have something just for decoration. I've been to houses where they have a whole dining set or living room, and they're like,
Yep.
don't go there. That's just decoration.
You're supposed to use 2 seashells to pull the poop out.
That's what she said earlier.
Yeah,
That is
that's what I said.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's gross. Lots of poop.
should we be at the point that there's a new toilet or new way of cleaning our asses?
Yeah, bidet.
I hear Japan or China like really has that shit on lock. Like it's like an all-in-one toilet bidet thing, and they said like what Rosie said, it's like life-changing.
Japan has everything that's life changing. Like
This is true.
they're like in the forefront, and we're over here fucking just eating burgers.
Okay, so Deep
because-
Player said you need a bidet with a dryer, or else you have a soak butt. But here's the thing: nothing says that you
That's
can't
true.
use toilet paper to dry it up.
This
The
is
way
true.
That, the way that
if you have an
Max
all-in-one,
explained it to me is that if you got a piece of shit, like a little stain of poop on your arm, are you gonna grab toilet paper and just clean it off? No, you're gonna wash it. You're gonna make sure it's clean and then dry it off, right? So why aren't we treating our buttholes the same way?
it's true. Especially with everybody going around eating ass, I would think that they would have some really clean options for their butts.
That's true.
Okay, I can't. Okay, let's get to this eating ass part. All right, I just don't understand it.
Eating ass?
I don't get it.
Yeah, like
I don't get it.
whose ass is entirely 100% clean?
Well, if you give yourself an enema, it'd be clean.
That's
Now
true.
you just sound like Dracula.
Then it's gonna-
I'm just saying, if you want to clean,
Then it's gonna taste like vinegar.
if you want to clean colon, get out an enema. It doesn't have to taste like vinegar. It's
gonna be all vinegar and penny.
Some lube and squish it in there. Okay, I'm done.
No,
I've-
keep going, keep
I've-
going. I want everybody in the Machine Room podcast
I've
to
done-
have a very descriptive image of what
Visual.
There's-
Visual.
visuals.
I've done a lot of enemas on pets, so.
Oh, please tell us.
No. Just gotta make sure there's a lot of lube.
Well,
Just
that
gotta
goes for any.
lubricate.
That goes for any.
That's
occasion.
what she
Make sure
said.
you could just-
Yeah.
That is what she said.
Basically, you just have like this really long tube, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
really flexible, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you attach it to a syringe with all your good stuff in there. So some people use soapy water and lube, and just there's different ingredients. Let me tell you this: every doctor uses different ingredient for their enemas, and you just
It's all about lube.
flush it in there, and then just keep slowly coming out and keep flushing, and then all of a sudden, by a few minutes later, poop's gonna come out, and that's it.
Poop City.
You should give him a litter box or something, but yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't just eat. Oh wait, I did.
Yeah, and I'm over here trying to eat the. What is this again?
It's rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
That's gross. That's old people food.
It's a Mexican thing.
It's old Mexican people food.
If you say so.
Anyways, so you just give yourself an enema, and bam, you're
Bam.
eating ass ready.
I mean,
Never.
Some people like it. Who knows? Not saying I'm one of those people, but the option is
There's
there.
a difference. There's a difference between performing it and receiving it. You can like it, but would you do it? That's the thing. The weird part.
that is true. That is true. But then that also kind of goes to the question of like, if I'm getting head from a guy, am I gay?
I don't know. That's a hard question.
don't even know
Only
how
if
to
you
answer
like
that
desire that. If you're getting off on the fact that it feels good, that's just natural. But if you're like in your head imagining dudes, then yeah, then you would want to be gay.
I guess that goes.
It's all about the desire of whoever you want to be doing it, you know, like I don't know. I had a point and I think I lost them.
I get you. Shout out to Jay Glove. Thank you for joining us. I think this is the first time you joined us in the machine room. I'm not sure. But Jay Glove was here 2 weekends ago. I believe it was already. Chilling
Oh,
with
nice.
us. You could catch all the greatness at the My Entertainment YouTube. That's youtube.com/MyWayEntertainment. And also our game edition, which is youtube.com/game edition. Exactly as it sounds, even though I have an accent apparently.
Is it
You do with
Chicagoan?
some words.
See, here's the thing. People say, I don't think Chicago accent. I really don't understand what a Chicago accent is because I don't hardly hear Chicago accents.
Because you live in Chicago, you're indoctrinated in it. That's all you hear. Like, people in Texas don't think they have accents, and they do. People in Southern California have a different accent than Northern California people.
Okay, then. Coming from you, do I have a Chicago accent?
Like a Chicago accent, like stereotypical? No, you have like more of like an ethnicity accent, like because you're bilingual. So I hear that more than anything. I don't think you have a Chicago accent. My aunt is from Chicago and she has a Chicago accent.
So
And
she'd
you
be all
totally don't sound like that.
Should be all like da bears and da bulls.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me get a soda pop.
Soda.
Damn.
Like Heather that was on the show, she's from Minnesota. She doesn't have a Minnesota accent.
We've been to Minnesota. Did we even hear an accent over there?
No, I think we mostly kept to ourselves though.
We do keep to ourselves. Wherever we go, we do keep to ourselves.
You're fucking creepy stalker people.
We said that anywhere we go, we just gonna create our own aliases and backgrounds and lives and shit like that. Because we're nobody to them, so we could be whoever we want to be.
It's true.
Exactly.
Obi down, you're from Chicago and you hear that all the time. I don't hear anything, and I think it's because I just feel like nobody, like, yeah, it's raining like crazy outside now.
Shit.
I don't think Chicago is as authentic as it used to be, because there's a lot of
Damn.
people moving in.
And you mean it's like diluted?
Yeah, like there's a lot of people moving into the city and making it theirs.
Right.
But
you know?
eventually you kind of like gain that accent. Like Brenda. She has a Chicagoan accent.
Does she?
At some point she says y'all.
I think she just has an accent.
No.
See, I never got an accent. Like, I spent a lot of time in Texas, and I intentionally made it a point to not gain an accent because I didn't want to sound like them. And then in New Mexico, we don't have accents either because it's so multicultural. You've got, Native Americans and Mexicans, and then, like, these bourgeois white people that think they're all fancy.
That's everywhere.
But everybody's different. There's, like, a whole weird thing about fucking the kind of hipster Southwest kind of motif people. They're really annoying. But a lot of people think that I'm when they hear me talk, they always think I'm from California. Even people when I lived in California thought I was from there, which is really weird. So I don't know. Accents are one of those weird things.
What creates accents, though? Like, now that I think about it, why does each specific place have their own accent? Like, even here...
It's environmental.
Like how she said, like, Southern California and Northern California have different accents. Our accents and the way we talk is totally different from Southside Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Because they have their own ghetto-ass language.
On Slime, on Reggie.
On Reggie, though. It's all about environment.
It is.
And like who you're around. So if you're around a lot of people that sound alike, you're going to pick up on it. But it's also a level of choice. So if you're cognizant to accents, you're not going to pick it up.
You know, when I had a trip in high school, because we were part of this program called East Lab. What it stood for, I forgot. But the program was the main focus of it was they gave us this equipment, just all these computers and like programs, especially programs to like make animation and video games. Like,
Okay, but where did you go?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna build this up like that one friend at your house.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ruined the story.
So, anyways, the class was, you weren't taught anything. You teach yourself how to work this stuff. So, one year they were like, "Hey, there's this conference and this shit and whatever. It's in Little Rock. We're gonna take you guys all the way to Little Rock." So our class got to go to Little Rock for free, on them. We go to Little Rock, and there were these Southern girls who kept following, and they were kind of like, I guess they liked me, but they talked to me.
Just you. There's so
No, they liked me and
just
someone
you.
else, but one liked me, one liked one of my other classmates. So she was all like, "How y'all doing?" Blah blah blah, whatever. She had that Southern accent, and then I was like, then I'll talk back with the accent and shit. "You're making fun of me?" And I'm like, "No, it's just you're talking to me like that, and I reciprocated it. I'm not trying to make fun of you. It just came out like that." So that's it.
Why are you trying to make fun of her, man?
I wasn't making fun
She
of her.
had a crush on you.
She did.
This is why
I should-
you said you were alone.
Looking back, I should have just went. I should have went for it, but I was all like, It's a little bitch. I was a little punk ass bitch. Little pussy.
Wussy ass motherfucker.
Wow. This one's somewhere else.
And there's
reverb coming from your computer.
There's
Or
a what?
echo. Echo. I can hear myself on your computer.
Oh shit! Well, that's because I have you over here, so she could hear you.
I can
Ow.
hear.
All right, there you go. We should be good, I guess.
Stress weed is Reggie. I don't even. This is how you know I'm not hip.
Why?
It is
What's
that Reggie.
What's stress weed?
I heard
Stress weed is what you smoke with, like, you're just trying to mellow out. Like, if you're really, like, anxious or nervous, it'll just make you normal. Not like the kind of weed that'll, like, put you in a coma.
Human Meister.
Like my shit. My shit'll knock out a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy the strong shit. I'm like, what's the strongest shit you have in this fucking store? And they're like, oh, you want this shit behind the counter. I'm like, I want that. I want to go to sleep and not think of anything. They're like, we got you.
So you basically went in there like, get her nieces, get back.
Punk ass bitch. Pretty much. You get a menu and it'll tell you everything that they have in stock that day. And then you just look at the THC level. So it's like a percentage. And so you just look for the highest percentage rate. And then, like, whatever kind you're looking for, like a sativa or whatever. And there you go.
Huh.
But, like, a stress weed, you want, like, a low THC, bless you. Because you don't want to be, like, in a coma while you're trying to, like, work. So you would get, like, something with a really low THC level.
Vacation.
Yeah. Stress weed and vacation weed. Vacation weed is that shit that you smoke, like, when you got, like, 3 days off and you're, like, stuck in the couch. And you think the fucking house is moving. That's good shit.
So J Glove is saying that Reggie means regular?
On Reggie, though.
Because if that's the case, then just say regular. For real. Like, why create new words for something?
Can we just call it all weed and just be done with it? It's
Weed.
either like really strong weed or okay weed.
I mean, we went apple picking, and there were a whole bunch of names for different apples. Like, I never knew there was
There are
different apples.
different apples, though. This is just one. Okay, I don't know much about weed, TBH. I think this is just one plant. I don't think it's different varieties of the plant.
Ooh, I think
And there is different varieties.
I thought it
You've
was
got
just how it was
indicas,
just
you've got
made.
sativas, you've got hybrids,
then I
you've
know
got
nothing.
different crossbreeds and pollinations. You've got
science.
different kinds of weed. You've got male and female plants.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge fucking ordeal. You really have to know
This is
all your
fun.
stuff, especially if you go into, like, a place and, like, where it's legal, like in Colorado, you really have to know because they're going to ask you all these questions. And if you don't know, you're just going to be like, oh, well, can I just get a bag of weed? And they're like, what kind? Do you want this? You're like, fuck, I don't know.
The kind of weed that'll make me feel good?
I just want a cookie or a brownie or gummy, and that's it. I don't care what's in it.
That's just a simple edible, and that's fine.
There you
But
go.
like, we're talking like the difference between stress weed and vacation weed. That's like a indica versus a sativa. You know, those are two different things. Like an indica is gonna put you on your ass. It's gonna fucking make you go to sleep.
I don't want that.
Sativa is gonna be like some shit you could smoke and then still function for the day. And then there's hybrids of those. So you could have like half stuck in the couch, half I can still function.
There's a strain called My Hot Stepsister. That's
I believe it.
porn.
Yeah, different strains, and then you can crossbreed different strains, and it's a lot of work.
You thought it was
That's-
simple, but
I thought it was simple.
no.
It's really not like
know
it's
nothing.
it's always one of those things like if somebody's smoking weed and they're like they offer it to you, we're like, well, what kind of that? Like, what are we talking about here?
And I hear all this from coworkers, and I'm just like totally lost when they're saying, "Oh, it's this and it's this now, this," and I'm just like, whatever. I really don't know, nor do I care.
Just give me a
Is it illegal to show weed on Twitch?
Right?
That's
Imagine
not-
they get banned because these people talking about weed.
Technically,
That's not
talking
like-
about plants and like evolution and making plants.
We're technically talking about science and
It's science.
photosynthesis.
Yeah, it's a science.
This is a TED Talk. TED Talk.
This is a TED Talk. I want to go up in the chat for a moment where D-Player was like, this guy I went to high school with had a British accent, even though he's not from the UK. He just grew up, I believe, in Pittsburgh. I didn't get it. Like
He
the
faked
fuck.
it. He faked the whole thing. He's a fucking liar. He just fucking faked it.
I'm pretty sure he used the British accent so he could.
Get the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're in high
I have a-
school.
I have a funny story about that. There is this guy, and I used to go to church, and he came out with this really like super Irish accent. He was like, "Yeah, I'm here visiting, blah 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 blah." I was like, "Oh, cool, glad to meet you." And I was trying to ask him questions like, where in Ireland is he from? Like, how long is he staying? And then he pulls me to the side and whispers in my ear. He goes in an American accent. He goes, "No, I'm really from here. I just do this to pick up people." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" He
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah." He said, "Does it work?" He says, "God, yeah." He goes, "You would not believe how much nicer people are to you if they think that you're foreign. Because Americans don't give a fuck about other Americans. But if you're from another country, they'll kiss your ass."
I said
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Of like burgers and all that stuff. So we just grabbed the stuff, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit down. And then we figured it out that it was because there was a fucking company outing, and we just looked Hispanic, so no one cared that we were taking free food and free things, and it was just worth it. I was gonna
Nice.
pay for that.
We totally worked the system there just because of what we looked like. The one time that it was
Worth it.
beneficial to be fucking Latino.
Mm-hmm.
Just fit in.
And
I use
messaged my
that to
friend
get
who
through
had been
DUI
there
checkpoints.
the week before, and I'm like, hey, where do you pay? I can't find the register. And she's like, there's registers everywhere. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I stole food. I'm okay with that.
So moral of the story, go anywhere where there's a company outing and try to sneak in that bitch.
On Reggie.
On Reggie. On Slime. This is the lingo going on in the hood. There's more that I don't even know about that
Whatever.
I wish I knew about.
Brenda was just talking, and she's like, this is what people say. I'm like, Brenda, you're 30. You don't say this anymore. You're not in your 20s. Just
You're an
move
adult
on.
now. You can't say I'm flying.
No.
Oh man.
I think
mean,
that
even
goes with
saying
like
lit
a
now
lot
is
of
just,
things.
no.
I say lit.
It's not lit. Unless you're talking about the band.
Oh yeah, there was a band called Lit.
That's true.
What was the song again? Damn it.
My worst enemy.
Yeah.
My own worst enemy.
How did it go? I forgot.
I just remember how to play it on guitar because that 90s cover band I was in, we played that song.
You and Rocio should both play.
Let's jam.
It's been years.
You could do it.
It's been like 10 years, dude.
You could do it.
It's like riding a bike
Exactly.
with six or seven strings on
I have
it.
to get that callus on my fingers again, or else it's just gonna hurt.
Yes. Oh my god, I was trying to play bass again the other day, and I don't have any of those calluses anymore, and my fucking fingers were killing me.
They're burning afterwards, and you're just like...
Yeah. It hurts so fucking bad.
Don't you guys use toothpick? I mean the fucking...
For the chords, hon. For the chords.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
just gonna-
I'm not a guitarist.
Especially when you have to, like, do a special hard piece, and you gotta go back and forth with that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Kill me.
exactly.
Kill me.
Especially I have a 5-string bass, so the strings are really thick. And
I learned
they're
it
like
into Twilight.
soft.
I'm just a singer.
Well, sing something.
Oh,
She'll play bass, I'll play guitar, and you'll sing bam.
Guitarra.
3-piece band. I love it.
I like it. I have a
We have
drum
to-
machine on my computer.
There you go.
That's it. That's all we need.
I'm with Just Plain Dro, which, by the way, shout out Alejandro. I'm with him. I miss bike rides. Remember, I got my bike out of storage, and I only rode it
Once.
maybe
Ooh, no, once.
twice or 3 times. Mm-hmm. No, I did.
Where did this come from? I miss bike rides.
I mean, she said it was like riding a bike.
Oh.
You miss bike rides.
I miss people coming over and asking if you want to go ride bikes.
It was way
'Cause
back
it was-
then.
It was so like a simple thing, like, hey, you want to go ride bikes? I'm like, yes, I do.
Oh my God. I wish someone would come over and be like, hey, want to ride bikes? And I'll be like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love riding my bike.
It hurts your butt too much.
It does.
It does.
One time
It's not fun.
I had the bike with the big ass seat for
Yeah.
big asses.
Yes, those are comfy.
Oh, comfy as hell.
That's like those beach cruiser bikes have those.
Mm.
Those are nice. But you can't ride bikes here unless you have like a mountain bike because there's so many hills and mountains.
Shit. A good look. Obi Down says a good bike ride is everything. When's the last time you rode a bike?
In high school?
See, you need to. It's to me,
Like 10.
bike riding is like therapeutic. It's
Okay, but it hurts your ass. If I can't... No, actually, it was like a couple years ago. Yeah. I went with Allison to Lincoln Park Zoo from work. It was hard.
with a DV.
No, I had my brother's bike. It's the ones that have like no brake. So you have to like go back to brake. It's fucking insane. It hurt my ass so much I couldn't sit down for days. It's not worth it.
Well then,
Yes. I used to have a freestyle bike, and that was fun to ride because you could do like tricks and stuff with it, and the handlebars would spin all the way around.
That's the type of that you had.
But I haven't rode that probably since I was like 16 or 17, and then it got stolen.
everybody has a story of a bike being stolen. I had my bike stolen plenty of times.
They all get stolen.
Yeah, especially in front of my face.
So you
Where
know
do all
what's
the
funny?
bikes end up?
That when we were kids, when we used to ride bikes, our bikes were stolen. It upset my brother so much. But my Jesus, my brother, he bought a bike through this online store or whatever just for bikes. It was like $300. I told him he
Was
was
it called
crazy.
Just for Bikes?
No, I don't know what. it
No,
was
because
called.
I think we should start a business right now. Call
for
it
Bikes?
just for Bikes.
Let's do it.
Anyway, so he bought this bike, right? It's great, whatever, $300. He's fucking insane, whatever, I don't care. Not even like 2-3 months later, the company ships him another bike. And we're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Inside there was an invoice. It was completed to someone else. But we just kept it because that's a $300 bike.
Well then.
And that's how we stole someone else's bike.
Bravo.
Mm-hmm. Because why not?
Bravo. I wish that happened to me.
Because why not?
I wish that happened
Free
to me.
bike.
Just Plain Drove had a Power Rangers big wheel. I never had that.
Sad.
Maybe
I'm
you
jealous.
should get one.
I think I should get one right now at my age.
Go for it.
I should totally get that.
That's like that commercial that I'm always quoting when we play World War Z, like the Sprite commercial where they're riding like adult-sized golden big wheels, and then he does the brr, brr, brr.
You're saying that because it's the rap music and the gun sounds like that.
Commercial, yeah, but it's also from that.
Damn, you stole Just Plain Drove's bike.
Yup.
Still his bike. I'm sure they sent another one.
Yeah, I was like, it's a company. It's a giant company. I'm pretty sure they sent them another one after they complained that it was delivered and it wasn't actually delivered to their place.
I one time got pulled over by a cop.
On a bike?
Trying to get a bike. Damn, that would be hilarious. Trying to get a bike. I was on a mission to find a bike. And there's a bike shop. And it was like right here on the corner. And I'm on the left turn lane, right? Mm-hmm. And it's right left to me. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to do an illegal U-turn while I'm on the left turn lane. That was stupid.
That's not good.
Yeah. LP's sitting in the passenger side. He got a box of Mike and Ike's opened, and he's already eating them. So I do this turn, which I looked around to see if there was any cops. There wasn't. Mm-hmm. But tell me why, when I did this, there was a cop adjacent from me on the other side. So I do this turn, and I hit the damn sidewalk. The car jumps up, whatever. I stop right there. Cop pulls up right behind me. Woo! I'm like, shit. And it was funny because when that happened, it all plays back in slow motion because LP jumped and the Mike and Nikes all flew in the air in slow motion and fell down. And the cops come out and, you know, you got one guy over here is like, hey, man, you know what he did is legal? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry, whatever. And then the other guy goes and he taps on the window. He goes, you got a flat. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I fucked up.
So I got a flat when that happened, the fucking ticket, and
Mike and
I got a bike at the end, but still, it was an adventure.
Mike and Ike's always remind me of that Unforgivable video.
Like Metallica?
No, like the
That's Unforgiven. Sorry.
The black and white YouTube video. The guy was like Unforgivable.
Oh, yeah. He was hot when we were hot. Yeah, I remember.
There was he did like another one, or maybe it was the original. I don't know. But asking, he's like, "Do you want some candy or something?" He goes, "Bitch, I don't want no Mike and Ike's. I want your butthole."
Damn.
So every time I see Mike and Ike's in the store, I just start laughing.
I have 3 boxes of Mike and Ike's here that are still not touched, and they've been here for like months.
Mm-hmm.
Buttholes. Oh yeah, Mike and Ike's did break up. I remember that. They were like just Ike's. Yeah, they had like Mike would be like crossed out and be like just Ike's.
What I want to know is if he said he gets some on Halloween, do you trick or treat?
What?
Just Plain Joe said, I only eat them when I'm handed some or after Halloween.
Oh, I thought you meant get some like something else.
Ooh.
Like, do you get some on Halloween or do you pass it out? I'm like, what?
Trick or treat, Brit.
She's talking about getting some ass.
Licking some buttholes.
Butthole.
Lick buttholes is Halloween. Buttholes filled with caramel.
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Hashtag buttholes filled with caramel.
Now that I think more into it, it's kind of funny.
Oh my god.
It is funny.
Because caramel would look like poop.
It look like diarrhea. All diarrhea.
I'll never eat caramel again. Thank you.
What are you talking about? Look at this big ass one we got at that apple, the fucking pumpkin patch.
Yes.
Did we call it a farm or pumpkin patch?
It's
What was
a
it?
farm.
It was a farm, but
Show them
Pumpkin
the
patch.
place where we stole all that food.
oh shit. No. I mean, if they're watching the video, then they'll know. But if they don't know. Just plain droll is like, yeah, I totally prostitute myself after Halloween to make up for all the money spent on clearance Halloween candy.
So do I.
It's true. And then you can get all of the clearance Halloween decorations.
Chocolate butts filled with caramel.
Let's do it.
That is brilliant.
All we
It's
need is a
super
chocolate
brilliant.
factory.
But what would we call it? Nothing.
Nothing. I got nothing.
Ass pennies.
No, call it nut in.
They're not
Nothing.
nuts. It's a butt. If they were testicles, yeah.
I told my coworker. I told Wills, like, hey, don't do that, because I put the chalks like in the formation like this, overlapping the other one, and then he'll kick off the other one and shit like that. So it's like, hey, don't do it. And he was like, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, I'm gonna kick you in your nuts, both of them. He was like, I only got one nut. And I was like, I'm gonna kick you twice. He was like, he started laughing. He was like, that's fucked up.
Does he really only have one nut?
No, he's fucking around. Or maybe he does. I don't know, but that's what he told me.
So you can't be nut butts because there's no nuts. It's just caramel. Unless we're adding nuts to it.
I don't know. That's hard.
I don't know.
I feel like it has to have one of those names like Fluffernutter.
Just make up a word.
Yeah, make up a word.
Don't look at me.
And people are like, what's that? That sounds good. And you're like, it's chocolate ass filled with caramel.
Like, make up a word, but something that has anal in it. Analize.
There you go.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Mud butts.
Mud butts.
There we go. That.
Mud butts.
Mud butts. Hashtag mud butts. Get it trending. We want to be trending on Twitter with mud butts.
We could actually make it.
Mud butts. I
All
mean,
you
chocolate's
need
not
is-
that hard.
Yeah, you just need
All
a...
you gotta do is have a mold.
Yeah.
You gotta make like a metal mold and then chocolate and caramel.
I don't
But-
even think you need to make it. I'm pretty sure there's butt molds already.
But here's the catch,
Probably.
right? Here's the catch. We're not making little, tiny, little fucking shit. We're making actual
Ooh.
size butts.
Ain't no one gonna buy that though.
What?
Southside butts.
I think people will
Who
buy it.
buys those stupid ass Easter ones? No one.
The big ones?
Yeah.
People have. I've seen them.
Plus, the caramel will go bad.
Machine room mud butts?
Machine room mud butts. Yes. Get it trending.
Whose ass are you gonna mold?
Yours.
Mine? No, honey.
Yeah.
Y'all hairy.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I'm offended because I think that fucking bitch coworker said I have no ass.
Damn. Did she call you Hank Hill?
No!
Got frog butt.
I don't know if she meant like I ain't getting any ass, like I ain't getting any ass, or I don't have an ass.
Well,
What did she say?
Now we have to see your ass. Turn around.
No, I'm not showing my
Turn
ass to
around.
everybody. No,
Turn around.
I'm not showing my ass to people.
Come on. Let me slap it with my bad hand.
No. Jesus Christ.
Shit's getting kinky over there.
Yeah, Machine Room Podcast after hours, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, but let us see your ass.
Let's see my
How are
ass.
you gonna prove this bitch wrong?
Well, for the people who are listening to this, like on Spotify and iTunes, they're not gonna really see my ass. Unless
Okay,
you're
we
like,
post it on Instagram afterwards.
and
There you
then
go.
we can't because I can't get back into the damn Instagram.
We'll post it on your
Put it on
Instagram.
Twitter.
It was a whole fucking debacle over the fucking Instagram of Machine Room Podcast. So if you're following it and notice that there's no uploads, it's because
It doesn't work.
can't get into it, and they won't fucking get back at me, so I could get back into it. No ass. No ass, the Stampede. You guys are great. Thank you. Thank you for saying I don't have an ass.
Got frag butt.
D
Hashtag
player
frag butt.
squats 3 times a day. Now can we see D player's ass though, before and after?
I mean, if I got, you want me to squat?
I want to see your ass on TV, on camera.
On
You see
TV, yeah.
You see my ass all the time.
3 times a week. Okay, now I'm a little more disappointed. But can I see your ass on camera?
I'll try to put my ass on TV somehow. I'll look for
He's
some.
wearing
like,
a thong right now.
With a thong?
Just,
With the thong.
Ooh, Jesus. I have no thongs.
You want me to let you borrow one? How else would it just...
Make the ass just pop.
Exactly. Thank you. I couldn't figure out a word.
Don't feed into this. What are you guys doing over here?
I'm just trying to tell you we want to see your ass so we can see if it's
My
a
hairy
hill
ass
ass or
is not
not.
going to be shown.
Okay, no one said to pull down your pants.
Yeah, that's true.
You could easily
All you gotta
just
do is stand
pull
up
on
and
your
turn
shorts
around.
to make it mold.
Yeah, you want to make a mold for chocolate, but you won't stand up and show
Exactly.
everybody.
I mean, when you make a mold, it's in private.
Is
You
it?
would hope.
I expected
Unless you're
Rachel
like a-
was gonna be there too.
Unless you're like... Alright.
All of my way will be there.
All of my
Plus,
way?
then we need the mold professionals to be there
All
too
of
to
us?
do it.
Jesus.
If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right.
It's true.
So can we see the butt or not?
This is intense. I'm in the hot seat. It's supposed to be you in the hot seat.
I also drew. What did I draw on your ass?
You drew on my ass?
Yeah. That's when I drew R2D2 on your ass.
It wasn't my ass. It was my arm, wasn't it?
No, that was a penguin.
Should you draw a penguin on your ass? Because it's like the South Pole. Nobody's seen it.
Alright. So
You
you're
guys are
gonna-
horrible.
So you're gonna do this, or are we?
You want to see my ass.
Just
This
stand
was
up,
gonna
turn
happen?
around. That's all you gotta do.
All you gotta do is literally. Hold on.
Jesus Christ. You can't see anything because I
Ooh,
wear a lot
pull your
of
pants up, man. Pull your pants
I
up.
wear a lot of baggy pants. I
Okay,
mean,
hold
baggy
on. We
short.
gotta pull.
Oh, shit.
We gotta.
Move the
I
chair.
have no ass.
Hold on.
No, you don't have an ass.
Alright. Gonna do this like this.
Jesus
Like a-
Christ. I don't know what you're doing.
Like
Trying
a
to see-
frog
okay,
wearing
now
pants.
Pump it up a little bit, man. Pump it out.
What do you want me to do? Like Nacho Libre or
Yeah,
something
pump
like
it
that?
out.
Like lift up one leg.
Well, you can't see because
There you go.
everything's black behind you. Hold on. Hold on.
That's what the models do. You just lift up one leg.
Okay, move your hand.
What the hell's going on here?
See, there's a butt right there.
Nothing there.
Look at
Okay,
that.
for
Look at
those
that.
who are not looking, they're just... She has my shorts pulled with one of my bright-ass freaking long sleeves in the black
I
background
didn't see it.
just so you can see my ass. I'm
It's a
sorry for
contrast
everybody.
color.
I'm sorry for those people here watching. That was torture. I'm sure.
We're good.
We
But-
lost 2 viewers because of that.
Did we?
It was worth it. It was so worth it.
We gain them when we talk about
yeah.
mud butts, but we lose them when they see butts. What if we get banned just because my butt was there?
Nah. If it was like an ass, like cheeks.
Like a bare ass.
Yeah, you'd probably get banned.
I don't know, man. Girls are like damn near ass all out.
Yeah, but you don't
That's-
see everything.
You did with that one chick.
And that's a whole conversation right there.
You were wanting to talk about that last week, but you didn't want to get, like, in trouble, I think were your words. And it's like, you're not going to get in trouble because nobody cares.
I know, it's just, I don't know, like, I see a lot of guys defending these chicks, and then these chicks are all like, yeah, but it's like, for me, personally, I can tell if a girl's just a gamer, or if a girl's like, look at me, I'm cute, sex sell gamer. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta bring this down a little bit.
And even if they're not, no, you're the one over there with the goods. And even if they're not even trying, they,
Oh my
you
God.
know, what you do?
No, it's sex sells, and they know that, and you look at their channel and they have thousands of viewers, and they're not doing anything. And some of them don't even game. Some of them are just like, there was the chick that was just dancing. I was watching a chick do yoga on there one time. She had thousands of people watching.
See?
Thousands.
It's because of the okay,
Some
but
of
she
them are
wasn't
just
doing it
talking.
naked.
No, but the point is that you
No,
don't
but
have
it's
to
clothes.
be. You don't have to be naked, but you could still be sexualized while wearing clothes.
I guess, yeah, but I'm not saying
Yeah.
that we're not. I'm not saying that that's not the whole reason why they're doing it for monies and stuff. But
It's for monies.
It's for viewers and monies and subscribers, and especially from guys, because guys will watch that shit, and they do, and that's why they get fucking all this men. I mean, I'm pretty sure as many subscribers as they get, they don't have to work, so they're just on there with their tits out and 900 lights on so that you can see everything.
it's true.
I'm just thinking about like, man, what kind of life that would be if it was just.
You were sick.
No, well, if I was a chick, I would be like selling it like crazy. But just the life of just streaming, like if that was the life.
If you had nothing else but streaming and that's
Yeah,
it.
like what if this was it back then when YouTube started? Instead of like YouTube, it was streaming. What if that was it? Would I have succeeded even better in that field?
If you had been streaming for over a decade, I would hope that you'd have some success in it by now.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really anything like that back then.
No, there was here and there, and Twitch is a growth of Justin TV, and there was Blog TV and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Holy shit, man. Really? I completely forgot about Justin TV. That's how I watched The Office, like,
All the time.
all the time. They would play it 24 hours. I would watch it to sleep before we got Netflix.
That was a lot of, but
I forgot about Justin TV.
well, this is Justin TV pretty much.
I think that's how I started getting into watching your live stuff, was like Ustream or something like that.
Ustream, yes, that is
know.
what.
Yeah.
Ustream's the same thing, like Justin TV, Blog TV. I just kept bouncing everywhere. People were like, "Hey, do this one." I'm like, "All right, I'll do this one." All right. I remember this one site specifically came at me. It was like, "Yo, we're this site. We're called Vocal. We want you to be in it. Blah blah blah. Help us out." And I was like, "All right," and I did it. And it was actually pretty cool. Like, it was interactive. It had people be able to answer questions, and the question would show up on the screen. And have guests. I don't think they're around anymore, but
I remember that.
It was good while it lasted.
DPlayer1 says, I feel like Twitch got a better with the titty streamers. I don't see it a lot anymore. They're there, especially at night. Like, if you're on late at night like I am, there's a lot of them. And that's all they're there for. And they have like, they're not like on there talking about philosophy or anything smart. It's just like, hey, look at me, my tits are out.
They have a bad reputation right now, and Mixer really calls them out on that. Mixer really calling them out on that, but Twitch is trying to like...
Mixer's like more about gaming, and Twitch is about so much more now. You've got like the just chatting channels, and now you've got podcasts. There was live performances from a band on the other night. It's grown into so much more than just gaming, but still, regardless of what it is, there's these women that are over-sexualizing themselves to get viewers and subscribers instead of having actual content. I would hope that, I don't do that. I don't have my tits out and all that stuff when I stream. I would hope that when people come to watch me, it's for the conversation. It's for the interactions. It's for, I go on rants and I tell stories and, things like that.
And you guys should go see Hammer Venus on Twitch. What are you doing? You have to. necessary.
On Reggie.
On Reggie. On slime. On slime. Hold on. I'm just gonna move this. There you go. Because she was blocking you. Hammer of Venus right there. The Twitch, Twitter. Follow her.
There it is.
And you can watch her all the time. Now you're literally in between us. Rocio.
Every day.
This is not where I want to be.
And this is where you're gonna be. All right, so let's get to it. So, Rocio wanted to be on this show because she wanted to be in the hot seat. She wanted the burning questions. So, Rachel, do you, by chance, have burning questions
I do.
for Legendary Ross over here?
I found some good ones that are different than the ones that we gave Rex, so...
All right, here we go. And remember, you guys in the room, you are also allowed to give some burning questions. But first,
Yes.
let's have Rachel
I didn't know about that part.
take a shot at this. That's right.
If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
I have had a warning label. It said, "Will bite." That was my Facebook profile for a bit.
That's awesome. Would you rather be best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team?
Worst player.
Really?
Thanks.
I want to be winning.
Why?
I'd rather
There you
be on
go.
a winning team than on a losing team.
Oh, okay.
That's the
I agree
competitive
with
in me.
that.
That makes sense then.
Who or where would you haunt if you were a ghost?
My ex-boyfriend.
Dang.
I just think that'd be hilarious.
How would you haunt him? What would you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd just be knocking shit around. He's very religious, so that'd be funny.
That's awesome. If you were reincarnated as a famous landmark, which would it be?
Grand Canyon. I'm very hollow.
Wow,
Ooh.
that's a big bitch. How much would someone have to pay you to eat a live spider?
A live spider?
A live spider,
$1 million at least.
at least. I agree with that. Like cash in hand, yeah.
Right. Fucking shit.
They have to pay me $1
Can I
million.
douse it in alcohol and then just...
Jesus.
There
I'd
you
rather
go.
douse it in alcohol, kill it as it's going down.
I don't know. Some of them are very mean.
They have to pay me $1 million just to get a spider on me.
It's true.
So, $2 million to me.
If you joined the circus, what would your circus act be?
Shit. Shit.
Shitting? That's your circus act?
Yes.
Shitting. Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna just go with that.
Just shitting. Like that guy on Jackass, that's like his only talent. Just shitting. What's the worst pickup line you've ever heard or dished out?
Oh, you have to have some good ones.
Go with the last one that I heard. No, I'm just joking. Hold on. Let me just look at my phone for a second.
You getting hit on the constant? Okay, now we got some juicy shit going on here.
It's just a dick pic.
Yes.
That's a pickup line? Bam.
Just this like question mark.
Right there. Right there. It's all Korean.
How do you know that's a...
Google Translate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what does it say?
I don't remember.
Oh my
That
god.
was just last night.
That was a good job.
If you were a man for a day, what would be the first thing you would do?
If I were what?
A man for a day.
A dude.
Pee.
Pee?
Yeah, I think that's just really interesting. There's just
It's
like a little hole with a little hose.
Pretty much.
First thing. I'd honestly also jerk off just to see how that feels, because I feel like it's different for men.
I mean, I thought that would be like the first thing, but
Well, no, you wake up and pee and then you jerk off.
Okay.
It's a good schedule.
All morning, right there.
What is the weirdest thing that you find attractive in a person?
Weirdest thing. I don't know if anything I do is weird. I'll have to come back to that one. What weird shit do you do?
I do a lot of weird shit, but what was the question again? Like, what do you find something weird attractive on someone?
What is the weirdest thing that you find attractive in a person?
What's the weirdest thing you find attractive in a person?
I just don't think anything that I find attractive is weird.
What do you think would be weird for somebody else?
If they eat ass.
There you go. It's all on their Facebook profile. Hashtag I eat ass. If you got stuck in an elevator and were forced to listen to only one song, what would it be?
Truth Hurts.
This girl loves that damn song, man.
Oh my God. Mine would be that song that was on Teen Titans, the
intro?
No, fuck, what was the name of that song? I was listening to it last night.
I was gonna say the intro. That's all I can remember.
No. The Night Begins to Shine.
I have no idea.
No clue.
You're fucking up, bud. Okay, what do you think is the most unpleasant sounding word?
Calculator, just because I can't really say it.
You did just now. It's good.
Everyone says moist, but moist makes sense. Moist.
But calculator.
This cake is very moist. Calculator is stupid.
Why?
It sounds different each time I say it. Also, pizza. I say it right. You guys are assholes.
Ooh, I don't know who called you out on the pizza thing.
It's pizza.
What was LP making fun of you for saying that?
Yeah, right? It was... oh, no, me?
Yeah.
Ammo.
Ammo,
yeah.
He said I said it like emo.
Emo.
I'm saying ammo.
Emo?
Ammunition. Ammo.
Ammunition.
Ammo.
We need some ammo. Whatever,
T
man.
is just...
Fuck that guy.
That's a fucking stupid letter.
I don't like the word irregardless. Because firstly, it's a double negative, and it just sounds wrong. Yeah, it's regardless. But people still say irregardless.
Until I made it a word. Stupid.
Look, irregardless, it exists.
But it shouldn't. That's the problem. In grammar, and as a writer, it shouldn't exist.
Okay, look.
The double negative.
We butchered the English language. Like
just
you
like,
do.
What's that fucking phrase? What is that phrase?
To be and not to be?
I couldn't care. I could care less. Means that you can care less. It should be I couldn't care less.
Yeah, I couldn't care
because I'm at the lowest point. I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. But if I say I could care less, that means that I could still care a little bit more.
Yeah, it's true. It means you do care, but you don't want to, I guess.
It bugs me.
That's how you spell Q. Remember I tried to tell you, like, Q. I put in the Q, but I don't know how to spell Q. It's always
like a bunch of U's and E's.
Yeah. It's literally just copy and pasting. Q, U-E, U-E.
So you're like, gay?
Q.
Yeah, just kind of like gay. So many useless letters. Yeah, especially in French. French is like all useless letters.
It's true.
I just think about Super Troopers 2 when they started talking French to each other.
Oh my god, that is so fucking amazing. Okay, last one. Do you have any superstitions?
It's stupid. The only one I have is stupid.
What is
It's like,
that?
if you say at work that it's gonna be a slow day or it looks like it's dead, an
Oh, that's
emergency walks in that's
demonizing.
dying and it just dies on your table.
Ooh,
That's
shit.
like this thing that we have at work at Amazon when people go, God, it's so slow. It's like, don't fucking say that. Because as soon as someone says that, the phones ring off the fucking hook for
Yeah.
hours.
I've been a bitch and said, "Hey, have fun with your slow day," just as I'm leaving work.
Ooh, that's
Just
evil.
just to be a bitch.
That's fucking evil.
Mhm.
That's so bad. That's like when people say, God, could this day get any worse? It's like the day is going, all right, how do we fuck this bitch?
It's true. Just plain Dro doesn't like to walk on the ladders, but that's superstition.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Little stitches.
It's from The Office.
There's I do the one with salt. If you spill salt, you're supposed to throw some over your right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's supposed to be like a little snail that's going in there. That's like the bad luck snail. So you gotta throw it over your shoulder to kill that snail. That's what I heard.
I've never heard that.
That's what they say.
Who?
Why do you think you're
Oh.
throwing... You're not just throwing salt at nothing. There's a snail right there.
You're
That's just...
supposed to be countering the bad vibe because spilling the
Yeah,
salt
which
is bad
is
luck.
an evil snail.
Yeah, I don't know where you got this
It's
from.
an evil snail going up in there and trying to ruin your day. That's why you throw the salts to kill the snail.
But
Well then.
a snail wouldn't go in salt because it would kill them.
Yeah, exactly. So you throw the salt at them to kill it. I'm just saying. Salt kills snails, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they wouldn't be crawling inside a container of salt. It'd be like a suicidal snail.
No, because what's happening is that they... I guess, yeah. This is what I heard. This is what they told me as a child. I don't know, man.
Is this a Mexican thing
I'm gonna
then?
write a metal song called "Suicidal Snails."
Yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of which, I don't think you watched the new South Park tonight.
Oh man, I haven't watched South Park in a minute.
Oh my God, Stan started the death metal, and it was so fucking epic.
Shit, I need to catch up because
Oh my God.
I realized that the last couple seasons have this beautiful like arc to them, and I think that's great.
Yeah, they're all serialized.
Yeah, so like when I grew up, they were just like their own little things, but over the years, I realized they're an actual arc the whole season. I think that's even better. So I was really into it, but I forgot about South Park, so I should really catch up.
Get on Hulu and catch up because tonight's episode was fucking gold.
I gotta do that.
They were making fun of Disney having to have China approve all of their scripts so that all their material is safe to watch in China. But Stan's death metal band was like the best shit. Like I have to find that song because it was so good. And like the way he like amped himself up to fucking like start singing was like the best shit ever.
Those guys are fucking geniuses.
They are.
They've been doing South Park since I was a kid, and the show
Since what,
is
98?
Okay, so
still genius.
apparently the thing about the snail thing is actually from a show called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh,
That's
I love that show. If it's from Billy and Mandy, then it has to be true.
I could have sworn this is something that I've done since I was little because of a snail. I could have sworn it. but
damn! That
it
show's that old.
Also could have been because of
That show is
The Grim Adventures
old,
of
dude.
Billy and Mandy.
I think it's on Boomerang now. That's how old it is.
Jesus. And speaking of old shows that are very funny, but this is not old. I watched the movie of Invader Zim on Netflix.
Nice.
That shit was hilarious to me. And LP finished it, and he still said it was just like a chuckles for him. And I'm like, no, you gotta watch it with me
Chuckles.
because I was laughing my ass off.
This
To
is
a
when I
point
was
where I'm
sleeping.
I'm surprised I didn't wait. Well, I'm not surprised because when you sleep, you sleep. But I was laughing my ass off to this damn show, and it was like the littlest things. Like in the beginning, it was just the father cooking something, and
Were
then
you
he
high?
put it. No, I wasn't. Then he put it on the table, and the daughter's like, that food looks good, Dad. I'm gonna eat this food for no reason. I was cracking up over that, and that just started the whole shebang of just hilarious shit throughout that whole movie. But
You do that with We Bare Bears too. Like you kept sending me shit when you were watching it, like
We
crying,
Bare
laughing.
We Bare Bears is hilarious.
That show was so amazing.
That show is that I try to get you to watch, but right now you're focused on One Piece, and I want you to keep focusing on One Piece.
I am.
No, We Bare Bears. It's all about We Bare Bears. If you watch one show in your life,
Snail.
it's We Bare Bears.
Okay, I guess that's the snail that you're trying to fight off of you that give you bad juju.
Yeah. It goes into your brain.
I don't want snails on me anyway.
I don't want bless.
Bless you.
Bless. I don't want any insect on me or near me.
Mm-mm.
Matter of fact. How is it that we're like, this species that's way bigger than these little things, and yet we're all freaked out by them?
You know what doesn't freak me out is a praying mantis. I love them. I can pick them up and like pet them, and I love them.
Did you see that one video of a praying mantis on the rooftop fighting a bulldozer?
Oh, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah. It was just all about like, no. G Player One asked, We Bare Bear loves that show. Is it over? That was a tear-jerking sometimes. Yeah, they had some sad episodes, like especially when they were younger.
The best ones. When they're kids, it's the best one. No, it's not over. I hope it's not over. It can't be over. This fucking show is brilliant.
Also, you told me I have a month to finish One Piece on the Funimation account.
But oh my god, it was canceled.
Did the math. That means I have to watch 12 hours of One Piece a day.
I didn't tell you have a month. I told you that I have that for like a month. If you want to use it, if you keep using it, I'll keep it going.
I was like, I don't think that's going to work out.
It got canceled?
Yep.
Did We Bare Bears get canceled?
No, wait. Fourth season was ordered.
Jesus
so there's
Christ,
more
don't
coming.
Do that to me.
There was the April Fool's back in 2017 where somebody said it was canceled, and then they said April Fool's. So that was the first thing that came up when I searched for it. But then it says back in March that Cartoon Network ordered a fourth season.
Just Plain Drill says, I got bit by a mosquito at work yesterday. I was so pissed I wanted to file for workers' compensation.
I would have too.
I got a coworker who got suspended because he pushed a female coworker, but this is after she swung at him. So she got fired and he got suspended.
Well, at least he still has his job.
Yeah.
If you pushed me though, I'm fucking you up on site. That's just all there is to it.
But the thing is that she swung.
Yeah. She's a bitch.
She was.
So there's that.
She was the one that I screamed at. I was like, let's do a fall walk. She was like, you better not scream at me. I was like, I turned around. I said, let's go do a fall walk.
The fuck does that mean?
Fall walk is when we have to walk the ramp and pick up any debris.
Oh, right. You did tell me that.
Yeah.
Debris.
Foreign objects demolished.
You can hear gears turning.
Something. We got to pick it up before the plane comes and before we push the plane out, which really doesn't count. If you push the plane out, really doesn't count because unless the engine is running while we're pushing out, then it makes sense. But if it's not, then it's just like whatever. But did you see? I'm gonna ask, cause this shit was like spread everywhere, and it was like thrown at me at every fucking hour. The video that happened at O'Hare of a vehicle just like spinning by itself and almost hitting
the luggage car,
almost hitting the freaking plane before someone stopped it.
They rammed it, knocked it over.
Yeah, so you did see that too. So man, this happened at O'Hare. And of course, everybody sending it to me is like, "Where you at? Are you there? Did blah blah? What happened? Blah blah." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I wish I was there." And this is the only reason why I wish I was there, because that little cart clearly was a catering cart. It's a little small one for the small plane, and there was, you just saw all this fucking pop just flying out of it, and my only thought was like, if I was there, I would have been grabbing as many as I could every time it made a round. I was just like, I didn't care if it hit the plane or not. I mean, it's not.
They'll be
me,
okay.
man. That's on the person who fucked up, and really it was the equipment that fucked up. But I would have been trying to grab as much pop as I can.
Did you say pop? That's in like soda?
Yeah, soda pop. That's how we said it, right? Pop.
That's pop.
Yeah, right? We still say pop over here, right?
I say both.
Let me get some pop.
Let me get some soda.
It's a soda.
That's how it is.
Everybody in Texas, everything's Coke unless it's not. Unless it's like clear, then everything's a Sprite. If it's dark, it's all Coke. And they're always like, "Do you want to get a Coke?" And then you have to go, "What kind?" Dr. Pepper. I'm like, "Well, that's not Coke. That's Dr. Pepper."
Everything here is pop. Let me get some pop. See, Dro's from Chicago, so it's like pop. Let me get some pop.
Have you ever met Joel?
I have, yeah. He handed me.
That's right. That's right.
He handed me a comic where he drew The Walking Dead on it. It was a Walking Dead comic, and he drew the cover and the back cover. Which, by the way, your brother still has my Carnage comic.
Yeah, tell him.
He hasn't drawn everything, I bet.
Tell me. Tell him, not me.
And Dro, you also have something else that you wanted to give me? I forgot.
Something.
Dro's a great artist.
Well, he should hit me up for a design idea that I have.
There you go, Dro. Hit up Rachel there.
On my Twitters.
We got ideas for Mudbutts. Mudbutt t-shirts. Mudbutt keychains.
I'm just gonna squeeze it and a little bit of caramel's gonna come out and you just lick it off.
Ew, that's fucking... I love caramel. I don't know what you're talking about. Especially out of
it's
a
gonna
butt.
be candy. Squeeze
Booty.
it from both butt cheeks.
Booty sweat.
Like a pimple.
Ew.
Okay, now that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. I can't eat a candy if it looks like a pimple.
Well, no.
When the
No.
pus is coming
No.
out.
Well, there's just two butt cheeks, so you just squeeze them. I guess you can just squeeze them both. And the caramel's gonna come through the butthole.
Alright, that just got very... that was just too graphic. That was
That's
too
so
graphic for
nasty.
me.
Oh, but you showing your butt on this was not graphic.
Excuse me, you two forced me. You guys were like...
I didn't force anybody. I was giving strong suggestions.
What? You guys were like... No, not forced. Pressuring me. Pressuring me to show my butt on cam.
Yeah, but no.
But you did it. That's all on you.
I do have proof of this because this is going to be up on freaking YouTube and on Twitch for like 30 days or whenever it is.
No proof.
All the proofs. Unless Rachel takes this and edits that whole part out, there's all the proof here.
I don't have time for that.
She's not going to do it.
It goes in raw. It just all goes in as is. I don't have time.
That's what he said.
We're going raw on this show.
Machine Room Podcast goes raw.
Goes every day.
Every day. Are you satisfied with your hard-hitting questions, Rocio?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was the hot seat worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you imagined and more?
Did she pass out?
She's just laying down.
My back hurts.
She just gave the fuck up.
I'm an old lady.
My arm was weird. It was just like I had this pain at work, and for some reason, I don't know why, it just felt like something was tight on here, and my muscle hurt it, and I do a lot of force with it, so... And it just hurt it while I was working. And when I was chill, it was good.
It hurted.
So let me tell you that hurted is not a word.
Well, let me tell you that I say a lot of things that are not words.
Nas needs his own dictionary.
I do. At one point, I almost did because you know how we'll fuck up words and that meant to say something else. Me and Randy would, well, I would write it and I'll be like, all right, this and this means this, and then we were gonna keep it going, but we didn't. I don't even know where that notebook's at. So it was like a couple words, and then
You should find that. We should get it published.
I should. Whole new thing. I was thinking. You know how I was thinking? I was thinking like a Clockwork Orange. How they create their own slang and shit like that. If you go on the back of the book, they'll have the word and what it means. And I remember I printed out, I don't know how, but online I found the whole book.
And you printed it? That's illegal.
I printed out the whole book, put it in a binder, and then I went to the back and just used the glossary, and I walk around and just start saying the words to people and shit like that.
So why didn't you just print the last bit of it?
Because I actually wanted to read the book.
Oh, okay.
But then I didn't. I was like, eh. And then I wanted to watch the movie, and then I watched the beginning when they were all druids, and it was all cool, and then when it started getting to the whole, like, you know,
conversion
therapy and shit like that, I was just like falling asleep and I knocked out and I never continued watching the movie.
You should finish it. It's really good. I have the book too.
I should. Just to say I have.
Yeah, at least just to say that. Because people are going to be like, do you remember that one part? And you're going to be like, no, because I was asleep.
Yes. I mean, it's never. I mean, I don't know anybody who even knows about Clockwork Orange or even like in depth like that. I could say I watched Citizen Kane. I could even
Clockwork
say
Orange. It's like one of those movies that people bring up, like David Lynch movies, like that same group of people.
When I was in college, there was just this David Lynch guy who he just loved David Lynch movies. He was like, I want to make David Lynch movies like wide shots and just long shots and blah blah. I'm like, all right, man. I love Robert Rodriguez. I just want to make fun action movies. Basically, my point. At that point, when I was in college, Once Upon a Time in Mexico was my favorite movie.
Yeah.
The Nas, the musical. I would go see that.
What? The Book of Nas, the musical? Let's write it.
Let's do it.
Do
Be
it.
on par with Hamilton.
Or the Book of Mormon.
I need to. If I make a musical, it's got to be at par with Hamilton because of his, what else?
Is there?
Yeah, Hamilton.
The
is
Book of
like,
the Book of Mormon. It was written by the South Park guys.
and I always wanted to see that. I never got to. Should have got the
Fucking
bootleg.
up, bud. I'm sure there's a bootleg of it somewhere.
I'm sure it is. I just gotta find it. Because these things cost a lot of money. How do they expect people to go to this if it's like your check?
Yeah, they're really expensive, and I don't like musicals, so I've never been.
What?
Yeah, we said we were gonna go watch more musicals, and here we are.
We were.
That was 1 year ago, a year and a half.
I mean, I always told you, like, we could watch like really small ones, because really small musicals are still cool.
Yeah, but we.
I've seen a real small one called My Bloody Jackson or Bloody Jackson or something like that. And it was the story of
Yeah.
the fuck's that president?
Jackson.
Yeah, but what's his first name? Andrew Jackson, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it was the story of him, but it was done to a rockabilly kind of type musical. Was it rockabilly? It was good. It was done really well. And the whole story of how him and killing all the Indians and shit like that.
Are we just gonna do musicals about all the fucking presidents?
That's how it should be done. I'm waiting for the Obama one. Wait until the Trump one happens.
There's a Hamilton
God.
bootleg on YouTube.
There's a Hamilton bootleg in my house right now.
You can look up. My name is Philip. I am a poet, and it comes up.
No,
It's like 2 hours.
not even. I looked up Hamilton bootleg and that came up.
Whatever.
My name is Philip. I am
I'm
a poet.
We should
Hamilton
do it.
is about Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's that
We
easy.
should do one about Calvin Coolidge, and it's all death metal.
Do it.
Do it.
Why not? a musical can be about anything. I've seen one of my favorite fucking musical movies is Repo the Genetic Opera, and that's like all rock and well, like it says, opera and stuff like that. That movie is amazing, you know, and I'm kind of fucking mad that they never made sequels to it.
Because they got sued because they copied.
I think they
You see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, because I remember that there was that, and then there was the Repo Man that was based on something else, but still,
Repo Man is based off a book that was based off of a short story, and the short story was what was copied to make Repo the opera. So that's why they got sued, because they stole the story idea.
But they made it their own, though. That's what
They did, but they still stole like so much of the story that they weren't. It was enough to get sued for.
That's fucked up. You know, Officium was like freaking inspired by that as well. Repo.
You say that about everything. We bring up something and you're like, oh, Officium.
Because Officium was so like such a fucking melting pot of so many things that we loved at that time period, you know. But that's what brought up the idea of that.
The person in chat says, anybody want to buy some Popeye's biscuits? I bought 300. I'm okay,
Damn.
thank you. Those are good hockey pucks.
Doesn't it make your mouth just like
dry as fuck?
Yeah. What are you looking up?
They took it down.
Did they?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah, they fucking took it down.
That shit was on there for like a year.
I know.
So.
It's some bullshit. I'm sorry, Alejandro.
You looked up Hamilton bootleg?
Yep.
Look up My Name is Philip.
I did.
Damn.
They took that bitch down.
Well, good thing I got it on DVD.
Speaking of musicals, did you ever see Cannibal the musical? It was the first thing that the South Park guys ever made.
No.
They made it in college. It's so great. It's about the Colorado cannibal guy that was killing and eating people during like the 1800s. And so they made it into like a musical comedy. It's fucking brilliant.
Shit, I didn't even know that existed.
It was actually a college project they made into a movie.
Can I see it on YouTube?
Maybe.
Officium should be a musical. How would...
You're saying how, but they made a whole musical about Hamilton, so...
They made a Spider-Man musical, which you can watch on YouTube, and I've been meaning to.
That's true.
Didn't they cancel it because it was too dangerous?
Something like that. But it's there. It happened.
See, I knew something.
I think because I told you that.
Shut up.
But she still knows it.
She does. I stopped telling you.
Yes.
She's hiding.
I want to see Cats.
Me too.
Why?
Well, because I saw it when I was a kid on TBS.
Cats. I actually don't know what the thing is about.
It's about cats.
Cool.
So I'll tell you that. And I know a lot of people talking shit about the movie, but I'm all go for the movie. I don't care. I haven't seen or heard anything from Cats since I was a kid, and it was on TBS. I just caught it like out of the blue. It was the entire fucking play, and I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Because first of all, I'm a kid, and second of all, I ain't got money to go see Cats. So
Hard no.
So I finished this.
I like musicals.
The only musical that I like is Hedwig.
I don't know what that is.
That's like a rock.
Say Blues Brothers. What's wrong with Blues Brothers? That's considered a musical still.
I don't know. I never got into those movies.
Those are classics. And someone decided to relive the Blues Brothers by driving their SUV through a mall over here.
I saw that.
But that was a terrorist attack. But getting shot, all those gunmen, those are just, people with mental health. But this was a terrorist attack.
What happened with them? Did they get away? Did they get caught?
He got arrested, and it was called a terrorist attack.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yep.
Every Spider-Man nearly died. I didn't know that.
Every Spider-Man? They had more than one Spider-Man?
I mean, they
Probably.
always should have more than one, right?
You usually have like the main actor and an understudy. So someone in case something happens. So that's at least
I need to
two.
lower the camera.
Sorry, she wanted to get comfortable.
I'm tired.
There you go. Now the views should go up like 5 more people.
Yeah, just
5,000.
Mm-hmm.
right there.
That was the Spider-Man musical was a musical that they were hyping like crazy. I remember they even had them like at the New Year's Eve and the ball coming down and all that shit. And it was
Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Yes.
Yes, that's a good one.
that's a musical, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have that soundtrack.
A musical.
Rocky Horror
Yeah,
is
Made
the
me
best.
watch that.
I did make you watch Rocky Horror. It is the month of Rocky Horror right now.
Yes, it is.
You
You
couldn't
have
wait
to watch it
until
at some
now to
point
show it to me?
this month.
No, when I met you, you had to watch Rocky Horror.
That was just like less than a year ago, hon.
Well,
Did you watch the remake with Laverne Cox?
We did. Well, I did.
I
don't know. Did you watch it?
I
don't know
recorded
which
it and I
one.
never watched it.
I did. It was alright.
Nothing will be as good as the original.
Nothing. Nobody could even match Tim Curry.
Ever. Tim
Ever.
Curry is a god.
Yes. So. No way. I didn't even watch the live freaking Grease.
Oh god, I hate Grease with a passion.
Damn.
Hate.
Can we know why?
I can't stand it. I don't like musicals, first of all, and then in school, like grade school, they would force us to watch it. And I was like, can I leave? No. They'd force us to watch that and Hello Dolly and shit like that. That's why I hate musicals. It's like, I don't like this, and now you're forcing me to watch it.
Should have forced to watch Newsies.
But then when we wanted to watch a good movie like Glory, they made us fucking get a note from our parents, and they still fast forwarded through everything.
What's the point?
I was them out.
What's the point? It's like if they show you Schindler's List, do they have to fast forward all the fucking?
Pretty much. That was exactly what they did. The only scene I remember from Glory is when they gave him all boots and he didn't have socks.
Like, I don't remember nothing from Glory, but I do know that if they're foreign stuff, that's damn near you guys didn't watch anything.
No. That was
I saw-
all that we watched.
I saw Dances with Wolves at school only.
Nice.
Only.
You gotta watch the extended cut. It's like 4 hours.
Oh shit, more Kevin Costner.
Yes.
Can't get tired of Kevin Costner.
Speaking of which, I have the extended Kevin Costner Robin Hood. Which if you get the extended cut, it actually makes sense. More sense. But yeah.
There's an
It still doesn't because they don't have a Prince John, but yeah, it's long.
Is that in our library?
It is.
Oh well, then I gotta
You
check
should
this
watch
out.
it.
There's still Bryan Adams in it, right?
Of fucking course.
Okay. Long.
Of course.
Is there an extended Bryan Adams in it?
Probably. I never watch the credits, and that's the only time that song comes on. Like, as soon as the movie ends, I just shut that shit off, because I'm like, I don't want to hear Bryan Adams.
Oh shit. Christian Slater. You know Christian Slater?
No, you know I suck at that.
You should know
What?
Christian Slater.
I suck at
you-
actress names. I don't care.
Yeah, but I bet you know everybody from The Office, Friends, Parks and Rec,
Probably.
Breaking
You
Bad.
should make her watch True Romance.
You should watch True Romance.
That's in the library. You can watch it
That
right
is,
now.
I've seen that. Yes, True
Seen
Romance
it.
is a class. True Romance is a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it's not directed by Quentin Tarantino. But it is a movie written
It's-
by him that helped him go on to make movies.
His first two movies were not directed by him.
Mhm.
True Romance and Natural Born Killers.
Mhm.
And
You guys know too much
actually,
about movies.
Natural Born Killers was supposed to be a sequel to True Romance.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Y'all know way too much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we not supposed to know about movies?
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot about nothing.
Yeah. That is my life. Knowing a lot about nothing.
True Lies. Yeah, totally different movie. True Romance is so much better.
True Lies is the shit, though.
Because True Romance has Tom Sizemore and he's a fucking psycho.
True Romance has Christian Slater, and I'm a fool for Christian Slater.
You're a fool?
That's his bromance is
Fool.
Christian Slater.
Bromance for Christian Slater, Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Clive Owens at a point.
Really?
Yeah, like Clive Owens was my man. Like that motherfucker was the shit, dude. I'm kind of pissed off that he doesn't show up in more things now.
He still does British stuff because he's British.
Yeah. Like Shoot 'Em Up. I love Shoot 'Em Up. The movie was so stupid. It was fun.
I never saw it, but I saw this whole video about it, how it was like a video or a movie version of Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd.
Pretty much.
I thought that was fucking hilarious.
It was great. And it was all
Like
inspired. Shoot 'Em Up was just inspired because the guy saw the cover of Hard Boiled by John Woo with Cho Yun Fat and a baby. And he has a gun. And that was pretty much what inspired fucking Shoot 'Em Up. So, Christian Slater, Keanu Reeves, Michael Fassbender. Definitely Michael Fassbender.
You still need to see Frank.
I still need to see Frank. Ryan Reynolds.
Lots of dead hair.
I guess that would be it. I want to say Chris Evans, but it's just really the Captain America aspect of Chris Evans.
Damn.
I liked him before that. I liked all the comedies and stuff he did because he's really funny.
I remember him in Not Another Teen Movie was the first time I saw him. I was like, this guy is gonna be a thing. And then I saw every movie he did, like Celluloid. That shit was dope. And he was in Losers, of course, Fantastic Four. So yeah, he's there. He's on the list. Show enough. What about
Just plain Joe says, so many actors deserve to make a comeback like Nicolas Cage and Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser is actually working on a comeback. He was in that show about the rich family and the grandson kidnapped himself and all that.
Doom Patrol. He's also in Doom Patrol.
Yeah. So he's working on it. And he's he had a lot of surgeries and stuff because all those movies he did where he did his own stunts, he fucked up his body really bad.
Brendan?
So yeah.
Shit.
He had to have like back surgery and his hips and all kinds of shit.
Brendan is due for a comeback, man. I feel bad for that. That guy was the shit in The Mummy.
Yes. The first two.
Yes. Even though Rosie only likes the first one.
I love the first one. It's the best one. So even though the graphics don't hold up.
I just realized I got a text and it's Randy. This is like a whole like over an hour ago when he was like, X, you eat ass, nigga.
Oh shit.
He's always watching.
He's always creeping. My phone was going crazy because it's a flash flood warning.
So is mine.
Yeah, till 4:45. It's raining cats and dogs over here, ladies and gentlemen. Was that thunder? Or is that someone moving stuff?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That was freaky. I thought that was something you did.
Shit.
It's a ghost.
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yes.
So what were we talking about?
A bunch of actors I don't know.
Yeah. Hashtag Randy is watching.
Randy is always watching. So Rachel.
We were talking about musicals. Uh-huh.
You been good?
Like how?
Because I remember the last time you said you weren't feeling well.
Oh yeah, my stomach stuff. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I ended up going to go to the hospital, and I had like gastroenteritis or something like that,
Gastroenteritis.
and
Is that
yeah,
what you had?
and had to get like flushed out, and so I've been trying to watch what I eat and stay away from like coffee and sodas and stuff, even though I don't, but I'm doing less. I'm trying to drink more water and eat better because that's what really caused it. But yeah, I feel a lot better.
Yeah, we definitely all have to drink more water and eat better.
Agua.
Yeah, it's it's a task. I mean, Rosie over here, you're eating well now. You've been eating well, right?
Yeah, I say that, but no. Just because I'm vegetarian doesn't mean I eat well.
It's true. My mom's a vegetarian and she eats like shit.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has the diet of like a fucking 3-year-old.
Well, how am I supposed to look up to you if you're not doing well?
I mean, stop eating animals.
I don't know if I could do that. They taste so good.
It's not natural not to eat meat.
It's not natural to do a lot of things. Like eat ass, but people still do it.
Okay, well, I'm not
This is
eating
true.
ass. But as I told you before, our ancestors were hunting.
That's true.
Hunter-gatherers.
There's also a lot of gatherers that were just getting shit. It's not always about meat.
No, it's not, but it is part of your diet. It's something that your body craves.
It does not. It has not craved meat in the longest.
You sure?
Mine does.
Yep. I can look at a juicy burger right now and be like, I don't want to eat that.
But what if you take a bite of it?
I wouldn't.
Take a big ass
I think
bite.
that would disgust me.
A big ass fucking Wendy's double. Just,
I'm dating Lisa Simpson is what I'm doing here.
Yeah, you're dating an
much.
8-year-old?
with spiky hair.
I used to eat a burger a day. You know this. This is true. I would used to go to eat fast food all the time. Wendy's, the 4 for 4. I mean, we talked about it before here. But my resting heart rate was like in the 90s. And it wasn't good. I wasn't working out. And I was eating like shit. I was feeling some chest pains, so I decided to stop. Just stop eating all the red meat. Stop eating white meat too. And
What's white meat? Like
Chicken.
pork? Chicken.
Chicken, turkey.
People.
And
White
red
people.
People.
White people.
they're
White
still
meat.
red. And it's gotten better. Like without working out, my resting heart rate's gone down by 30 beats per minute, which is
That's good.
a lot. So I can't say that I crave eating meat anymore. Like
You're
if
like
you
half
asked me,
a zombie.
2 months ago, I would have been like, yeah, that looks delicious. Let me get a burger. But no, now I think if I take a bite of it, I think I'd want to throw up.
Well, damn.
Actually, you can. When you're vegetarian for a long time and you reintroduce meat, it'll make you sick.
Yep. That's when Burger King came out with the Impossible Burger. I mean, they already had their veggie burger, but then Impossible Burger is just delicious.
McDonald's is doing one too.
McDonald's is also not vegetarian friendly. They don't do their fries in just oil. They do like beef add-ons and stuff.
They
like
used
that.
to, and it did not go over well.
Nope.
Remember when McDonald's switched to a Lestra and everybody was shitting on themselves?
Yep.
With pooping and sharting.
That's when you really gotta say, I just sharted.
I
gotta
just
go.
sharted.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, my mom's a vegetarian too, and she eats really weird shit.
Like, I can get protein from anything, really. That's not the issue here.
Can I get it from this paper?
What? Yes.
Can I get protein from this paper? I'm gonna eat it.
Yes, I eat
Can I get it from this little tiny skateboard?
Yes. Oh, it's cute.
Can you get protein from ass? Can you eat ass and get proteins from the ass?
Mudbutts, yes.
Mudbutt.
Hashtag McMudbutt.
Oh man. As long as you're not judging me while I'm eating fucking meat.
I judge you because you start with your fries. That's just weird.
Look, I have a whole process.
Fries are good.
Yeah, but you
I
don't
do that
start
too
and
because
finish
the
all
fries
your
go
fries
cold
and
first.
then go to the burger.
You see, she don't understand
It's
that.
like
I do that.
Like
fry burger.
No. The burger is the main course. The fries is the
Exactly.
appetizer.
Sure, okay, sure. But then you fill yourself with the fries and you don't even finish the burger.
Not if you...
But if you don't eat the fries first, they go cold and then they taste like shit.
Bam.
Not if you're eating it fast enough like I do.
Then that just eating too fast. You can't eat. You're not supposed to eat fast. Not saying that I don't eat fast, because I was trained to eat fast, because especially when I worked at my old job, there was no lunch break. So it was like eating and then hurry up, then get the fuck out of there. So I do that now still. I just eat to get it over with, and because it's so damn good, and then move on with my day. Especially when I gotta eat here, because this is my process of eating breakfast, right? I'm eating, and I just have moms talking the whole time about anything and everything, okay? And I'm just eating so I could get the fuck out of there quick and not have to listen to some more.
Deal with that shit. Yeah,
I love my mother, but she'll go on a tangent about anything and everything.
Sounds like my mom. You can't
Mine
get her off
too.
the phone. She's like, oh, and one more thing. And I'm like, fuck.
Yup. And you know what's funny is, like, it could be quiet as shit. She won't say a peep out there. When I wake up, and the moment I open that door, talking. Just going on a tangent just because finally someone's up and she has someone to talk to.
It's funny because my mom is the exact same way. You wouldn't know that because you don't talk to her.
I mean, she appeared like a couple times. What do you want me to say to her?
Hi. How are you doing?
Hola. ¿Cómo está? Bien? And then she'll bust out with a lot of Spanish.
V. Gates.
Oh, okay. All right. Right here. I am saying it in the Machine Room podcast. Next time I see your mom, I'll start a conversation.
No, please don't. She'll start. She'll just be
What
talking
then? What do you want from
nonstop.
me? You want me to talk to your mom? You want me not to talk to your mom? What we going on here?
Just say sup. Just give her the nod.
Sup?
Sup?
Thanks for the bread.
Jesus.
Much love. Peace.
You want a mud butt?
Make mud butt.
Please don't offer my mother mud butt.
We got mud butt for days.
What was that video of the guy talking about tossing the salad and he's like, I like jelly with mine.
Ooh, shit. He likes jelly in his salads. Challenge Rocio's mom to a wrestling match. Yes.
There you
Go
go.
for it.
Arm wrestling. Just go up to her and do this and then put your hat on backwards.
Do it.
We did arm wrestling at an arcade place last weekend because they have an arm wrestling game. And LP's girlfriend was the funniest thing we've ever seen. Because she's a little...
Twig.
Yes, little short, petite girl. Hardly in any muscle. And when she had to arm wrestle, which the hardest person to arm wrestle was this Robocop looking motherfucker, so we called him Robocop. Dude, it was just like, it was funny. She had to put all, like, 2 hands and her whole body just to move that arm down. It's hilarious. I wish y'all seen it.
You should have filmed it with your non-filming ass.
LP filmed it, but it was like one of those like Snapchat kind of things, you know, so it's long gone. he doesn't keep the moments. It's just like this happened. It's just like he's not a social guy. You know, the thing with my way is that I'm the only really social one in the whole group. You know, I'm the one out there. I'm the one talking. I'm the one fucking doing all this shit. And then LP didn't like it. He was not involved in it until recently. Randy is not got nothing. So when people ask, like, you know, does he have a Twitter? It's like, no, he doesn't. He doesn't give a shit about that. It's me and Scooby. But Scooby's like, he's just there, you know, and he likes or whatever, and he'll talk to you and shit like that. But I was like, it's really me out there in the social media and shit. Like, yeah, you know, follow me on Nostradamus right here in the bottom and shit like that, you know, and follow me on Twitch and all that. But they really don't cater to that, and nor do they care. So
I don't either.
yeah,
I just recently got Twitter again. So before that, I was like totally incognito. Just made shit behind the scenes. But now I'm out.
you gotta be out.
Now I'm here.
Yet hashtag Randy is always watching, which he always is.
It's weird.
All the time.
He used to do that on Tiny Chat. He used to just show the fuck up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are reaching our finale, though. I think it's been the 2-hour mark, is it?
Yes.
Let's see. Yes, we are almost reaching the 2-hour mark. Holy shnikes. Holy shnikes. This is the 10th episode, Machine Room 10. Which is what we were supposed to be saying.
Machine Room X.
Machine Room X. That's how we're going to be plugging this. I'd like to give a shout out to everybody who joined us. Just Plain Drill, thank you for joining us. You haven't been here in a minute.
True.
You know what? Did Kaiju even show up? He gets excited.
I don't think so.
No, he didn't.
I didn't see him in chat at all.
He gets all hyped and then he doesn't show up. What's up with that?
What's up with that?
I'd like to thank
No, I don't see him.
Rocio for finally showing her face.
Yep.
Wave at the people. All right, for the people listening, she just waved. So you
She
wave
waved.
back. Wave back at your stereo or your phone or whatever you're listening, whatever device you're listening to. You know, there's still people out there who listen to iPods.
Ugh.
They do.
Ew.
I'll be saying, I still got mine.
Ew.
Do you remember the time we were making the shelves and I popped in my iPod and it was like all these classics and shit? It was a good time.
Ew.
Oh my god. I still have a Zoom too somewhere.
Apple products. Ew.
Oh, you're saying because Apple.
I
product.
agree. Fuck Apple.
Hey, okay. In my defense, I didn't buy that.
Still.
So
ew.
you still have it.
I still have it because it was found. My mom found it. It was where we lived in the old place, and my mom found it. It belonged to someone else in the building. She's like, "Mira," and I'm like, "Look, I always say I'm not gonna buy this shit, but if someone gave it to me, sure. I'm not gonna buy a MacBook, but if you give
Set
it
it
to
on
me,
fire.
if you give it to, I'm not gonna buy an iPhone, but if you give me one,
Smash
then-
it. Smash it and set it on fire on camera. But this is what I think of Apple.
Yes, I was gonna say only on camera. I won't do it unless it's on camera.
Exactly.
Like those people who buy like new systems and then they fuck it up just to be on camera.
Yes.
That's stupid. They better have bought 2. Speaking of system, I'm just gonna throw it out real quick because a coworker said that all his electronics was stolen, and I was like, "Oh, really? How?" He was like, "From my car." I was like, "What is it doing in your car?" Then he told me that they were kicked out of their place because they got a new landlord and they had to move. So he was living off his car. Most of his stuff was in storage, but he had all his systems in his car. So somebody broke into his car, stole his Xbox, his PlayStation. It was 3, 4, Switch, 3DS.
Dang,
Oh my
that's
God.
bullshit.
All that. And I was like, man, I like had no words because I was like, damn, I feel really bad for you. That's really fucked up. I also would have been like, you should have kept that shit in storage.
You should have put it in storage where it would have been safe, or like take it to your mom's house or something like that.
Shouldn't have had it. He said all my games are in storage, but my systems are gone. I was like, you should have had them both in the same fucking area.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of carrying that shit everywhere? I don't know. I feel bad. That's messed up. Don't leave shit in your car, people. Plain and simple.
Ever. I learned that. I used to have my with a briefcase full of tools when I worked at Geek Squad, and somebody broke into my car and stole it. And then they took what they wanted out of it, like the hard drives and thumb drives and stuff, and then they dumped it in an alley.
Damn.
So it had my Geek Squad name card, like my business card in there. So I get a call from the cops in the morning, and they're like, "We found your briefcase." I was like, "Well, I didn't even know it was taken." And then I go outside, my fucking window was smashed out, and had to basically rebuild all my stuff again, all my tools.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, so don't leave shit in your car.
Yeah, I try not to leave anything in my car. There's some things in my car, but nothing like valuable. It's like work shirts, a hoodie, my work boots.
They'll take it.
Fuck it, if they take it, I don't give a shit.
They'll take it.
I don't give a shit about those, but
that's the worst part. They'll bust the window. Just leave your car unlocked. They want something, just let them have it.
There's gonna be someone out there with a fucking bright ass yellow shirt.
Yellow.
With fucking what's the things called? So they can see you. Reflectors?
These stripe.
Yeah, with the fucking reflectors on it and shit. Get out of here. Well, on that note, which I don't know what note that was, we're gonna have to call it a night. Just plain Joe said it was probably you who stole this since you stole the bike.
Was.
So watch out
just
for Rocio.
Because I really want that fucking Switch.
She does want a Switch, and I offered it plenty of times, but she won't take it.
It's true.
It's messed up. But I'd like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Thank you very much. You guys were great. Very much a part of the show. If you're listening to us on like actual podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, or whatever it is, then I highly recommend and suggest that you join us on twitch.tv/Machine Room Podcast Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Central. I understand if you can't make it, but if you can, please join us. Be a part of the chat. It is fascinating. It is fun, and we want you to be a part of it. We love talking to you.
Yeah. Be part of the conversation.
Yes, this is what the whole podcast is all about. It's not about us conversating. It's about us conversating with you. We want you to be a part of it because we want you to be in the machine room with us. This is not a two-party system. This is a community.
It's everybody.
Yes. All of us.
Goes and roundabouts.
I'd like to thank Rocio for joining us again. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for taking the hot seat. We've been craving to put someone else in the hot seat, so...
Yeah.
Yes.
We need more guests.
Yes, we need more guests. The questions were fantastic, and your answers were pretty good. Except, I don't know about your circus at just being you shitting. I mean, unless you do it from like... If you do it from like a
really high up.
If you do it from like a high altitude,
it's all about
and
the
it
aim.
has to make into a little ass toilet, then yes, that's
like a yogurt cup.
Yes.
Yep. It's all about the aim.
That's an act that I want to see in person.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta eat the right fiber.
What kind of music plays while you're doing that?
Just go to Chipotle.
Ooh, that'll make her just spray everywhere.
No,
just spray.
Chipotle away. Of course, this wouldn't be possible without Hammer of Venus. Thank you very much for everything you've done to the Machine Room Podcast. The way we look, the way we're out there, and so this is possible here. I just had an idea. I just said, hey, why don't we do this? And she took the reins, and she was on Dancer, on Prancer, on Blitzen, and all the other damn fucking names, and we went off.
So many reindeer.
Yeah. we went off. So, thank you very much for making this happen. This 10 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. We've
10.
been doing this. That's 10 weeks.
More to come.
That's right. We're still gonna go on. So please keep joining us. Just Plain Dro, keep joining us. Everybody keep joining us. D Player. Danny, did Danny show up tonight?
Danny was here. He
Danny,
was talking in chat.
He probably went and started playing Spider-Man.
He did. Also, if you have any questions or anything you want to bring up, guest suggestions, anything, feel free to email us at ask@machineroompodcast.com. I can always go to machineroompodcast.com, our website, and find all of our links to our Google, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, also to our YouTube channel, and here on Twitch.
We're everywhere.
Also Facebook, Instagram, Spreaker, Twitter, everything. We're all over the place.
We are, even though I can't get into Instagram, but that's okay.
You can't. But it's still there.
But you can follow me on Instagram. It's pretty much the same thing. At Nastradamus.
Otherwise, have a great night. We will see you guys next week.
That's right. Take care, y'all. And remember, you're all welcome in the Machine Room Podcast. Brother love.
Everybody. Bye.
Peace out.